I had Dalvin Cook on a couple days ago. He said the Dolphins never put anything on the table for him. He's got nothing on the table right now. He's waiting, is what he said. What do you think? Because it's not just him. It's Zeke. It's Fournette. It's Kareem Hunt. I mean, my goodness, is there a glut of productive running backs sitting ATC right now waiting? What's the scoop here on that? What do you got?
You're looking at one-year deals. Teams willing to pay, let's say for a guy like Dalvin Cook, the number I've heard for teams on one-year deals is somewhere around $4 to $5 million, and then maybe you add incentives on top of that. Now, if you're Cook and you wait, which I think is the right move right now, I mean, what's the rush? I go back to a couple of years ago. I think it was their first preseason game when the Ravens lost J.K. Dobbins. He goes out there, he tears an ACL, and all of a sudden that changes things if you're a running back out there looking for a job. So I think that's probably the best move for him now. Do you wait all the way into the regular season? That's something he's going to have to decide, because if you don't have one of those injuries creating a need, then what do you wind up doing? So I'll be curious to see what happens if we're into late August and he still hasn't jumped. As for Zeke, I mean, to me, and I know folks tried to connect him to Tampa Bay. Skip Pete, his running backs coach, was down there. It just always made the most sense for me, in my mind, for Zeke to go back to Dallas. I mean, and for, they've certainly left the door open for that. So perhaps that's where that one winds up, Rich. But Cook is the interesting one, because he's definitely got tread left on those tires. And in the right situation, boy, he could see a little career renaissance.
Does Belichick and the Patriots bite at any of these guys? What do you think?
Yeah, they brought in Fournette, and again, they're not going to spend a whole lot at that position. So I think they're still in the market for sure for a running back. So maybe they wind up tabbing one of these guys.
Last one for you. I'll ask the question to you that I asked Pelissero when I spoke to him last. The people that you talk to, your ear to the ground, your phone burning up, the team that nobody's talking about, that the rest of the league is talking about having a good 2023, is fill in that blank, if you don't mind. You got one?
Well, you asked me, and I said the Packers.
Oh, that's right. You did say that.
People still think, but I want to give you another one.
Okay.
The New Orleans Saints are the team that everybody says the combination of the schedule, right? It sets up really nicely. They play obviously the NFC South in their own division, and then I think they play the AFC South. So that's the kind of team that really could fatten up its record and almost play yourself into the record. Like I've seen the Eagles do that both times they went to the Super Bowl. Was kind of like, you start to get so many wins and you fatten up, and now that builds your confidence and you believe what your record is almost kind of that way. So I could see the Saints being that team, and I know from a talent standpoint, they're the way that they're constructed definitely impresses some folks around the league, and they're higher on Derek Carr than the average fan is as well. So that's the team. I gave you the Packers. Maybe they sneak into the playoffs. I'll give you the Saints as not sneak into the playoffs, but maybe go deep into the postseason. Yeah. I'm really bullish on that.
Then that Week 3 Saints at Packers game is huge in your mind,
for
right
me.
there. Yes. This is about you, Mike. This is about you. We heard before about the Giants and the Jets, and I'm just throwing that out there. That Week 3 game, it's got a lot on the line that maybe others might not realize.
I'm going to have to ask for that assignment for game day morning.
Fantastic. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.